Today is my day off. It's Friday, and I'm lining up some fun and relaxing reading for the weekend. This is my current bedtime book that I've been enjoying. It's Salt. It's a history throughout the world of salt in politics and culture and geography. It's very interesting. New issue of Taproot. It has some really nice looking recipes. And then this was a recommendation from Sarah Fibertrack. And I have an applique project to share with you all today. But this, I'm really, oh goodness, that's gorgeous. I think I recognize some motifs actually that Sarah shared with me for my stitching project that, as I said, I'm going to share with you. I keep alluding to this project. So yeah, maybe I'll show that to you all now. But this is, these are my reading plans for the weekend. Hey, my lovely friends. So I want to take a moment to share with you my Marshma. That is spelled M-A-R, how is it spelled? M-A-R-S-M-A, I believe. This was a little course that Sarah Fibertrack taught myself and Sarah Pomegranate. So I'm just taking all of my bits, all my tools, all my little applique pieces, so to the side so that I can show you what I made. So Sarah has a Cricut machine and she cut out tons of little pieces of felt. Here's an acorn. She gave us lots of motifs, some that we requested, some that she sort of chose herself. So here is the front cover of my Marshma. So I have two salmon, which is an animal that I really love, as well as a raven. It's another animal that's meaningful for me, as well as the wolf. And this is the inside pocket. So this is wool felt. This is botanically printed. Just some leftovers I had. There you go, you can see it. It's a really gloomy day, so I've had to rig up some lights in here. So, yeah, as I said, this is the cover, the front of the Marshma. I did some stitching as well. Like down here, this is just stem stitch with some French knots, more moon phases, just little motifs. Now this moth is upside down, or is she? Because she's flying. So what happens is that on the reverse, this will look like this. So the moth is face up. So I have my work cut out for me. I have the lining to apply, and it's a very lightweight mustard corduroy that I've chosen here. And that's going to get stitched down. The pocket will get stitched on here. And then some needle keepers and some leather cording will be attached up here, as well as a couple of other maybe little pocket or holder things that I'm going to add. I think I'm going to make the needle keeper out of this. Let's see if I can show you that clematis print. Yeah, so once the cord is up here, what happens? It's just a traveling, oh gosh, what's the word? Sewing kit. It's a traveling sewing kit. I believe it's from the Sami people of northernmost Scandinavia. And this is from their culture, is what I want to say. And then it gets sort of rolled up like that and tied. So there's my moth. So it'll have a scissors keeper as well, and the pockets can hold thread, and as I said, a needle minder. I might put an extra pocket down here as well so that it's like a double layer pocket. Oh, and then I also have to, here's the gusset, and I also have to line the gusset and get that all stitched together. So that's my job. That's my job for the weekend. And I just thoroughly enjoyed stitching this. I'm not typically drawn to hand stitching. Really, it's not something I gravitate towards, but when it's a task that's set in front of me, I really will get into it, especially if it's something I'm doing with other people.
I did include a Shisa mirror here that Sarah Pomegranate taught us how to make. I love the colors of this. I love the design. You know, as I said, Sarah sent us the motifs, and then we decided where to put them all. So, Raven for magic, Salmon for coming back home, and the wolf is the teacher. So these are all things that speak to me. And of course, we've got some lovely moon phases. Yes. So I may have room for more bits, more of applique on the inside as well. So I really need to get cracking on that. Oh, the icing on the cake. A couple things. There's two things that are icing on the cake. This green thread is hand spun silk thread from my friend Kimberly, who used to have Shop Teasel. And then I forgot to show you the binding. The binding is this Norwegian braid. I could not be happier. So that will be hand stitched on once the whole thing is constructed. It will bind the top of the pocket. It will bind all the edges. I'm not sure exactly how the geometry of that works yet, but we'll have another session with Sarah where she will tell us and show us. So yeah, so this is some of the green thread that I have from Kimberly. I've got this really gorgeous blue. I've got lots of them really, but I felt like those were the two colors that made the most sense here. I did some stitching with like top stitching thread for denim, as well as just regular sewing thread. And then again, the hand spun silk. And I use well, this is a thimble that came from my great-grandmother, but I believe it's much older than her generation. And I have a pair of scissors, I think that was maybe from her grandmother or great-grandmother, because they say Prussia, along with a maker's mark, they were made in Prussia. So when did Germany become unified? Or I don't know, Prussia, I guess, was also part of Poland. So it's that old. And I think the thimble probably dates from the same era. I haven't found, I'm sure there's a maker's mark in here somewhere, but I haven't been able to visualize it yet. But this has let me see if I can show you. I don't know if my camera will focus. It has, sorry, I'm terrible at this. I'm gonna hold it here and see if it'll focus. Like a floral motif around the edge. And this thimble fits me perfectly. Let me bring it back a little. Can you see it there? It fits like a glove. So it's a very precious object. I'll put it back in its little dish over here. As far as needles go, I have this adorable thing that I received in a goodie bag, and I've been using, I guess these are just hand sewing needles. So that's my marshma. I am thrilled. I really need to crack on to the next step of getting this made. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it's inspires you. If you like this, I would say look at the Instagram hashtag. I would say look at Camabornia. I think she has some amazing marshma pictures. And again, it's spelled Marsma. And just saying marshma this many times makes me a bit tongue-tied. Funny. Yeah. Check it out.